this machine came into the shop because when you hit the power button, which is, let's find out where the power button is on this machine, up right here, absolutely nothing happens. And if you look super closely, I'm going to show you that there's a little flashing light on this thing. This has some sort of an issue. You can see with this little power button here how it's flashing multiple colors. So I'm definitely suspecting we're going to have something going on with the power supply. So we're definitely having an issue with the power supply, as you can see by this little error code on the 5 volt. Typically, if the power supply was running just fine, we would have no noises and this thing would not be made, and it would just kind of show all the numbers. But the fact that we have something beeping tells us that there's definitely something going on with the power supply. So we're going to get this thing swapped out with a good power supply and see if we can't get this machine to boot. All right, so we've got our good brand new power supply. And we're going to run it through the same test, hook it up to the same meter. That way you can see what it's supposed to do when it's a good working power supply. And we'll run the power to this thing. And this is what a good working power supply should show. No beeping, 12.1 volts. I believe the other one was showing 11 point something volts. This is showing a good 5 volts where it's supposed to. And everything else is showing perfectly fine with the tester. So we're going to go ahead and get it swapped out with this good power supply and see if we can't get this machine to boot. Now we got the old power supply out. However, this thing is pretty filthy, so I'm going to take it outside right quick just to get it all blown out. All right, there we go. Now that's all nice and blown out, so there's not as much dust on the front and the back. Also blew out the radiator fans for the CPU cooler, so that should be good to go. Now we're going to go ahead and get that power supply installed in this machine. All right, so we got the new power supply installed. That's the old guy back there. That's the new one. We're going to get this thing turned on, and it looks like we are getting some. All right, with the new power supply, we have a Dell screen. We have lights lighting up all on the front, so I think that this one should be good to go. We're going to let it go through this entire startup process just to make sure everything is booting the way that it should. Pop the side panel back on, and then this one should be good to go. Okay, so the machine is getting power. We are now booting into Windows. So now we're just going to go ahead and close this thing up. And this is going to be another one that's going out the door. Oh, by the way, if you enjoyed this content, we'd really appreciate a small little favor. We're trying to grow this channel organically, and if you could give us a like and a follow, this lets the algorithm know that you like this sort of content. It lets us know that you like this sort of content so that we can keep making more content just like this. We appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.